Washington's stay-home order isn't set to expire until May 4th, but a lot of people are anxious to know when life can get back to normal. It's not an easy answer. It means different things even within our own state. Much of the focus has been on Western Washington, where this pandemic began in the U.S. Today, Mayor Kawash had a chance to speak one-on-one with Governor Inslee about what's happening here. Mayor, you also talked about how the state is getting things back open for business.
Yeah, that's the thing. Testing is going to be a huge part of this. Inslee told me today getting more testing available and contact tracing is the key to solving all of this right now for the state. Now, contact tracing is tracking down everyone who has been in contact with an infected person. But also the tests Governor Inslee wants done aren't the same ones people were talking about just a month ago.
It's the question on everyone's mind right now, and one I asked Governor Inslee directly today. When can Washington open back up for business?
That depends on our ability to do much larger scale testing and much more robust and immediate contact tracing.
More testing and contact tracing gives us a better idea of who has this virus. For example, an antibody test can tell us if a person is developing any kind of immunity to COVID-19, but Governor Inslee says every kind of test will be useful going forward.
You got to understand the antibody test doesn't really say whether you have the disease or not and whether you potentially could be transmitting the disease. So one doesn't totally supplant the other.
The FDA has only approved the antibody test for research purposes right now. Inslee also says parts of Washington are definitely flattening the curve, but a second wave is still possible. Some parts of the state still seeing a rise in cases and deaths. Spokane-County cases are still going up too. And even though that number has slowed down, Inslee isn't rushing anything.
Over time, this is going to come back in our state big time if we were to release our social distancing today.
Inslee says it's easy for us to lose patience right now, but staying home really is saving lives. So how much longer do we have to do it?
For a few more weeks, maybe a little longer than that, so that we can then get to the second phase of this, which is this army of contact tracers, which we're building right now. The cavalry's on the way.
Tonight, we'll have more from my one-on-one conversation with Governor Inslee, including how Washington is working on a plan with California and Oregon to open the states back up. We wanted to know, what about Idaho? I'll tell you what Inslee had to say about that. New on 4 News Now at 6. Aaron.